Welcome. Okay. The chief guest for this competition today is Abu Sunuro, the chairman. Please let's put our hands together for him. The chief guest, can you please come and have a seat here? Come and have a seat there. The chief guest for today's competition. Oh. Welcome, sir. The chief guest here too. Second chief guest for today's competition is the proprietress of Molek schools. Alaja Mami, please come and have a seat here. Okay. Also, we have to choose judge. This is it. Also, I want to call on Man Yusuf, the provider of one of the schools in our midst here. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Please come and have a seat, sir. Round of applause for him, please. Put your hands together. Welcome. Welcome. So, the chief judge, you have two judges that will decide on the debates today. The chief judge is Mr. Abroshi. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Also, we have Abdullah. Please put your hands together for him too. So, the details on how the debate is going to go. The chief is going to summarize it for us now so that we can know. Okay. Dear speakers, the chief judge, the timekeeper for today's debate is Mr. A. Yusuf from Onaopepo schools. Mr. A. Yusuf from Onaopepo school. Mr. A. Yusuf. Master Yusuf, please stay down. Is our thank you for today. So, let me call the name of the contestants and the participants. You come out here so that they can listen to the chief judge. Before you proceed, I'll call on Alao. Mansur. Mansur, please. She's one of the participants. Abiola Alima from Ano. Abiola Alima from Ano. Muslim from Onaopepo. Muslim from Onaopepo. Abdullah Balikis from Ar-Rahman. Olapa de Aisha from Quratul Olapa de Aisha. And Ibadullah, Salapa Aliyah from Ibadullah. Before we proceed, let's listen to the opening remark. Yes, speaker. Kindly give us prayer, sir.
Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the opportunity given for us to be here today. We glorify His name. We testify that there is no any other reality that is worthy of worshiping. We pray for His continual guidance over all. As we are about to commence this program, we want Him to be in our midst from beginning to the end. We also pray for the proprietors of this school for giving us the opportunity. We pray that the school will continue to grow. We pray for all the participants. God will continue to reach your knowledge. Let me also extend my prayer to the organizer of the program for being fit to organize this kind of program. We pray that God Almighty will continue to improve you and make your home better. And as we are going to start the program, we want Allah to be in our midst. For all to say here, do here. We want Allah to continue to with us. And at the end of the day, let's have full cause to glorify the name of Allah. Al-Fatiha. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Let's listen to the opening remark from the Chief Judge, Mr. Rashid Bobo.
He's the judge, yes. He rather made mistake the other time for that kind of introduction, but I wasn't in the position to do that correction. Now let me also stand on the existing protocol. First of all, I want to acknowledge the presence of Ababa in our midst. I pray that God Almighty will continue to be with you. And I'll also acknowledge the presence of the proprietors of the school. This is my first time of being here. I love the serene environment. Everything is okay, but the result here will tell me whether one of my children will be here. I pray that God Almighty will continue to be with you, and the school will continue to grow and grow. Up to other members on the table here and to the students. Let me first say this. I need to salute the courage of the organizer of this. This is not the first time he has been doing it. Some people just have passion for the development of the younger ones. And it is better for you to take advantage of it. And you can see how to turn your life around is what the man always does. And you can see today, you will also see better things in our children, which show that most of our schools, our teachers, the proprietors, and other people, they are doing well. We are going to see it in this church today. Let's say Allahu Akbar to all the proprietors and proprietors who are here. Let's say. For the fact that they have good things, it's not only their children that attend these schools. We also have some people. We have a lot of you from various homes. You are here to attend school, and they want to make sure that you succeed. And I pray that Almighty will make us succeed. Without wasting much of our time, we have two judges here. I am the first one, and my brother here on my left hand side of the second one. I want to 6 steps. The first thing to tell you is this. The 7 participants, whether you are to oppose or you are to support, you are coming to make your presentation. Remind me, that is what you are going to be judged on. This time around, we are going to look at the supporter or the opponent for this time around. We are going to take only 3 students among you. And as the organizer of the program said, the order not meet up with the set limit. Doesn't mean that we will not partake in the order or the grant now. All of you are going to be given the certificate of participation, which means that you have done wonderfully well for coming to show for showing up or participating. You have done something good, and I pray that God Almighty will guide us around. And now you are going to be judged based on these yardsticks or parameters. The first one is your introduction. The second one is your how you appear. I don't think we have problem with appearance. All of you appear very well. Now the third one will be your point. We are expecting you to have 5 points at the least. You can have more than that. And we are going to judge you on how you develop your point. Are you able to develop your point? You are going to judge based on that. The reference, the internal reference and the external. Are you, maybe you limit yourself to the Nigerian or you can go international. We want to know all this. Now we want to also judge you based on your coherence. And we will judge you on cohesion, but it's not easy to know where you put your comment, where you put your full stop, or where you put your semicolon. It's not easy for us. But in the white country, we understand them. We know anytime they are speaking, and when that come and you see the way they speak. And apart from that, you are going to be judged based on your fluency and conclusion. You don't come here without conclusion. Make sure you conclude. And those are the parameters we are going to judge you upon. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. He has given the important the requirement for judging the debate today. I want to hand the mic to the one of the chairman, Chairman Amis, to give us the opening remark for today before we can start from Professor.
Alhamdulillah, na'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu, na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa sayyiati a'malina, man yahdihillahu fahuwa al-muhtadi wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Amma ba'd. Ikhwatal iman, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. After I give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord is cherish, omnipotent, the one and only one. Just make it possible for us to gather here this morning for all an important program. As we have kindly seen the beginning of the program, Allah give us the advantage to see the end of the program success. Let me first of all recognize the presence of the mother, the proprietress of Molek. We have been together for quite long, especially in armies. Being mother for armies itself. Thank you so much for accrediting us. The Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you with the best in this life and the life to come. I also want to recognize the organizer of this program, especially the one I do very well, Abu Sahal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect and make it easy for you and your member of your cabinet. Also, by extension to the chief judge of today, you are highly welcome. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for you. So, brothers on seat, Takuba and the other Malam, I really recognize you. To my dear two students, I greet all of you with the best manner of greeting. I welcome you to this an August occasion. We are allowed to make it serious. The organizers of this program have done wonderful work by trying to showcase the talent in our female students, one of which is very rare and uncommon for society today. And pray Allah to make it easy for them to be able to continue. So I heard that they have been doing it before. And I'm seeing it, I'm watching it for the first time, I'm being part of it for the first time. Inshallah, I pray to continue like this. We are all welcome to this program. Last one of it, success one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, sir. Jazakumullah khairan. I'm also taking part in the competition for the first time. And ladies and gentlemen, dear teachers, dear students, in case you want to use the restroom, it's at the left hand side here. So let's move to the debate competition properly now. I'll only this one after the others come and do their presentation. So hope you didn't forget what the judges said the other time. What's going to use to judge you. So make sure you present wonderfully well. I think you're going to say that one later. So I'll be calling Onaopepo for Mansur to come and give a speech on the topic which says Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. That's what this debate. Thank you, Bob. The time for each presentation is 10 minutes. That's the maximum of 10 minutes. Oh, so the maximum time for each presentation is 7 minutes. That. So I have a mic and give your speech, presentation. Let's listen to Mansur.
When you hear the jingle of the folk bell, it means that you have one more minute. You understand that?
The chair of education, panelists, accurate timekeeper, debaters, the moderator, the distinguished guests of honor, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. Standing in front of you on this august occasion is Kelani Rokiba from Mansur College. I'm here this day to support the motion which says Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Start with, according to a popular saying, if you educate a boy, you educate a single individual. But if you educate a girl, you educate a nation. On this basis, it is clear that exposing Muslim girls to the same kind of knowledge as their male counterparts is a necessity for the emergence of national and global civilization. For this reason, most Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. Secondly, no knowledge is a waste. However, civilization is knowledge-driven. The higher the level of education, the better. Muslim girls are no less capable of intellectual research, development, and action than their male counterparts. We have all witnessed how South without stood firm against and triumphed over the system that was bent behind her, and by extension, other female lawyers the right to use hijab as prescribed by Islam. As a educated female, taking the initiative in face of silent and passive male foes. Indeed, Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. Thirdly, exposing children to the higher level of education, irrespective of their gender, is a right of privilege. In Quran 96, verse 1, Allah commands every Muslim to read without restriction to a particular level. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam also says that the set of knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim. Again, he does not place a restriction on the level. No restriction. Mr. Chairman, must we create a education. Firstly, in family, the girl child may be only or the most intelligent child or even the only child. Denying her access to the highest level of education will not only set her and family on the path of backwardness, but will also impact the society negatively. Mr. Chairman, to support the notion that Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. Fifthly, both should have equal access to opportunities to actualize their potentials and dreams. Many Muslim girls have been forced to abandon their lofty dreams, not because of their low intelligence quotient, but unfortunately because of their gender. This is un-Islamic. Indeed, Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. My 6 points: if certain Muslim girls had been denied a level of education, the meaning with Islam and humanity have recorded thus far would have been impossible. There would not have been Aisha born to Abu Bakr, to whom Rasul referred as one to cheat the Ummah half of their day when he would have departed. Aisha narrated more than 2,000 hadiths. A world famous medical scientist and a host of others. My 7th point: education is light. Therefore, highly educated girl improve the country's social and economic well-being. The direct and indirect impact of female to a socio-economic status cannot be overlooked. When the education is low, society suffers a setback, but when it is on the high, we have a robust socio-economic system. Lastly, it helps establish the practicability of Islamic ideals. Islam respects the privacy of female folks. How practical will this be if there exists no female doctors or nurses? Not just like the boys, girls should be exposed to the same level of education. In conclusion, too much talking is error. With these 3 points I've explained, I'm sure you all agree with me that Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Thank you all for listening attentively. Thanks.
She actually gave a wonderful speech, presentation, which I gained a lot of things there. That's good. Let me call on Abiola Alima from Ano. She's actually coming here to post what she has said. Come.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great delight to call upon this morning to speak on the topic that says Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. This is a very vital issue that needs to thrash out properly. I would like to proceed, but it will be disrespectful for me to proceed without paying regards to the members of the high table because they really deserve it. I stand by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, incorruptible panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, listeners, and my beautiful audience. I could see in your expression, many of us are wondering that, who is this figure standing before us this morning? I am Alao, a bona fide, humble, and intellectual student of Aare Islamic College, Ilobu. Back to my point. Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Why it is essential to promote education for all? I believe that there are valid reasons to consider separate educational approaches for girls and boys. Let me present an argument. Firstly, it is important to recognize that boys and girls have inherent differences in their cognitive and emotional development. Boys and girls need to identify the learning styles and needs. By tailoring education to these differences, we can create an environment that maximizes the learning potential. Segregated education allows the teacher to create curricula, teaching methods, and classroom environments that are more effective for each gender. Secondly, segregated education for boys and girls can address the issue of distraction, allowing them to focus on their learning. Adolescence is a significant physiological and emotional changes. By segregating students, we reduce the likelihood of distraction, allowing them to concentrate on their studies. This can be particularly beneficial during the crucial years of puberty, where adolescents are more susceptible to social behavior and distraction. Furthermore, separate education can foster cultural and religious values. In certain communities, cultural and religious norms may manage gender segregation. Separate schools provide an environment where this value can be respected and upheld, allowing families to instill their beliefs and traditions without compromising of cultural identity. Lastly, separate education creates an opportunity for boys and girls to explore their interests and talents without gender stereotypes. By creating an environment where they are not competing with each other, they can be encouraged to pursue diverse fields of study. Girls can be explored traditionally male-dominated subjects like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. While boys can engage in subjects like arts, literature, social science without the fear of societal judgment. In conclusion, segregated education has its merits. It acknowledges in errors differences between the genders and allows for better educational approaches. It creates a focused learning environment, preserves cultural and religious values. It creates a space for individual growth without the burden of gender stereotypes. By recognizing the benefits of segregated education, we can pave the way for a more inclusive and effective education system for all. Thank you.
Wow. It's an intelligent speech from you. May I increase your knowledge? Okay. Sorry. Let me call on Musbaudus. We are from Onaopepo to come and give us our presentation. Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Okay.
Brian Jones, his own word once said and quotes that uplifting breathing brings a better spirit to our relationship. There are massive knowledge. Also said that not by appointment do we meet in life, and they ignore our expectancy, but rather some of the streets of life. We are solid results with his life. It is on this note that I said, who is the chairman of judges, all debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Musbaudus Suliyat from Onaopepo Islamic College, Ifon Osun. I am here this blessed hour to against the notion we say that Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. To start with, exposing Muslim boys and girls to the same level of education poses stress to boys' leadership position in Islam and an infringement on the right to lead as protector of women and strength in Quratul Ayn as for which goes doors. Men are the caretaker of women, since Allah has made some and said the other because of the way they are spent on them. So the righteous women are obedient and guard the property and honor of husbands in their presence with protection given by Allah. The foregoing as authoritatively assert men as not equal to women in wealth, power, and knowledge. This quality enhancement to child duty over women by exposing Muslim boys and girls to the same level of education. They may grow up and amass wealth and power, more than enough that they will submit to a man. Women who possess this money influence tend to turn men away or end up sacrificing marriage to keep them. Second, within the Nigeria content, debating about Muslim men and women being exposed to same of education, whether to limit the access to which Muslim can acquire education. You agree with me on this? The university, college, polytechnics, and others happens to be the basic eye of Western education. One cannot pretend to be unaware of the gross morality being portrayed by the students in the praises of them. Free meeting and around
relationship. At least of you one can think of these students commit. And this is contrary to the Surah Nur, verse 30, which those doors. Say to believing men that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty. And Allah is well acquainted with all that they do. And all provides. Enjoy the believing men to restrain their gaze and guard their private parts. Where Allah wants the believing men and women to lower their gaze and guard their modesty. Was this moral perfectible if girls' education should be put at secondary school level? Thirdly, Muslim boys and girls should not be exposed to the same level of education in order to protect and prevent the humanist spirit in them. The Quran and Sunnah presumes women to be the weaker vessels. When they are oppressed, men are encouraged to help them resist. A cause like law will make it to other realities of gender overseen and respect. Seeking of a woman speaking on the peak of her voice just to win an argument against a man. Furthermore, limiting the light of girls' education will go a long way at mitigating the rate of talaq in the Muslim community. Besides, defined by Allah that women should respect their husbands. There are all underlying factors which serve as externals when women respect their husbands. Among them is knowledge, and knowledge opens the door to other factors. It helps one to gain influence and acquire resources. Most powerful and influential women who have been afflicted with knowledge today don't live under the roof of a man, but have their husband grouping at the feet. They are appointed planned by a woman, Aisha Binani of Adebayo State, to become the first female governor in Nigeria. Despite being a Muslim, knowing fully well that Islam does not encourage women taking up major leadership role. This is a perfect example of what the Muslim community loses when Muslim boys and girls have equal education. Finally, my opponents might have cited instances of where women have been appointed to lead by a caliph. For instance, Ashfaq bin Abdullah, who was appointed by second caliph Umar as Mutazif for seeking for oversight the financial marketplace, a position that is comparable to today's Ministry of Finance. However, he was just ordinary role. After all, she was not appointed as a caliph. In conclusion, with points I have raised, I believe you all agree with me that Muslim girls should not be exposed to the same level of education as boys. Thank you all for listening.
Well done. It's a pleasant presentation. Okay. Let me call on Abdullah from Ar-Rahman. Come and give us a presentation which says Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Abdullah Ar-Rahman.
An actionable and workable template to redesign and refine our rural society. It's not any other means, but to give the Muslim girl the quality and quantity of education, if not better than the boys. Exposing Muslim girl child to the same level of education is a right step and a right to reform our ever-promising dreaming society. The great contribution of our new women in Islam to humanity. The like of Aisha bint Abu Bakr, Khadija bint Khuwailid, Sayyida bint Aisha among others, cannot be undervalued. To this effect, effort is sincerely made to continue with the legendary motion the world better than men. I want to quote my that of sister who left very sadly on the seashore. I have a single honor to recognize the best of Mr. Chairman and the panel of judges, accredited which hold greater than their listeners. Can you permit me to use this medium to introduce myself? Here is Abdulhafiz Balkis Malara from Ar-Rahman Model College, Ilobu. It is my pleasure to speak in favor of a proposition which says women, girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. Wow! If education should be regarded as a tool to modify the changes, the totality of human experience for spiritual objects, more brightness, intellectual growth, physical fitness. Let us be sincere with ourselves. Get child education is paramount. Be the shaman and the first gospel child and these are my following points to prove myself very convincing. I'll get child as a better of a successful. Exposing level of education as a successful ideal Islamic. One with right skills and necessary education and good access to the community. With those requisite skills, knowledge, experience, excellent skills, and well-being, it will be very simple. Second, gender equality in education. In global map, only 49% of countries are gender parity in education, 42% in local education, and 24% in high level of education. The reason for this ugly incident ranges from poverty, child marriage, and gender-based violence. For this, we must rise to this occasion and separate right from wrong by giving every leader support to assist the Muslim child in having equal access to education as we contained in the constitutional provision in the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. If actually were to the world, third, male to female ratio of total population. The available records from National Population Commission MPs have shown the significant increase in male to female Nigeria. In every microsecond, the number of living births is very countless. My dad not figures. Calling us that guiding folk is a great injustice humanity. My honorable panel of judges, Muslim death was not so far whatsoever. As a result of God given golden opportunity in terms of option powers, to live a good life for 5 children to Allah, we must promote an undirected campaign for equal access to education with death. We can't allow such great number of girls to waste it just like that. Lest I forget, my honorable speaker from opposite side raised a point in supporting Africa. I just nodded my head, though I can't blame her because this is just an academic exercise. To me, that point supporting unequal access to education by a Muslim girl child cannot stand the test of time. But very funny enough, my honorable speaker is a girl. What an irony. Fourth, national growth and development. Women are greatly indispensable in our work of life. No meaningful success will be made by any country which cares not or careless with the education of the girl child. A Muslim girl child as a potential woman is mostly needed in the field of medicine, nursing, journalism, teaching, economy, among others. Tell me, can a mediocre fit in this area? Your answer is as good as mine, unless we are deceiving ourselves. Look at what these people get here today. Can you tell me that they should stop the education in junior or senior secondary schools? Definitely no. Last but not the least, prophetic admonition of the Muslim Ummah, the master and the leader of the world, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spoke volumes in matter related to girl child and their necessary upkeeps. According to him, educating a girl child is like educating the entire universe. A girl child raised with Islamic knowledge and training is a big treasure to the parents. My listeners and viewers, who are we to deny the Muslim girl child with their glorious benefits? At this juncture, I would like to expressly commend the effort of the organizer, Madam Dhikrullah, Adebayo, for a well-thought topic at this crucial time. My powerful chairman and the entire listeners, I hope and strongly believe you all listen along with me that exposing Muslim girl child to the same level of education will be our priority attention. I, Balikis Ablakis, will leave no stone unturned until the same level of education is achieved. As a campaigner and advocate for gender equality, I will be in that pursuit to a logical conclusion. With the point raised so far, I believe I've proved myself very convincing. I so submit.
Word of Balikis office. She gave a fast and audible presentation. That's good. Let me call on the next presenter from Molek schools.
I wonder, is there any reason why we should try to educate people differently? Were female and males discriminated against in terms of education during the time of our Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him? There are many who claim that a specific gender should have a greater level of education, but these folk should ask themselves, what proof do they have? Before we dive deep into this discussion, I'd like to first give honor to whom honor is due by saying a warm thanks to you all, ladies and gentlemen, seated here today, my beloved Mr. Moderator, accurate precise timekeeper, and the attentive audience. I am Sophia Adekunle Mansur, a proud student of Molek schools of Ofatedo. I am here today strongly supporting the motion that Muslim females and males should be exposed to the same level of education. Education is a fundamental human right that must be available to every child, irrespective of age, gender, and nationality. When they are educated, they are able to realize their full potential and down themselves. They discover whoever and whatever they want to be. Now, to begin, if we compare the contemporary Islamic society with practice in the early days of Islam, we will wonder where most Islamic societies miss the point of enforcing equal education opportunities on both men and women. There are numerous verses of the Quran that states that women, like men, are obligated to increase their knowledge and to pursue it. For example, in Surah Al-Alaq, when Allah said Iqra, He said read. He didn't say read, O men only, read, O women only, but rather He said read, O mankind, read, O the followers of the Prophet. In another verse, in Quran 9, verse 122, Allah told us that if we increase our knowledge, we will be able to protect ourselves from evil. He didn't say only a specific gender increase their knowledge, only they will be able to increase their knowledge, protect themselves from evil. Yet again, He generalized it. Furthermore, it is in regard to education that gender equality in Islam is most practical. Although equality between the sexes is most evident in terms of obligation or the imperatives of education. To further bolster this fact, the Prophet Muhammad did not only teach that men and women should be educated, but exemplified it by teaching both men and women of his days. This was reflected in the lives of many of his followers, including of his wives, Aisha, Safiya, and several other women who were said to have been well-versed, not only in Islamic education, but other aspects of knowledge, including poetry, history, and literature. The Prophet also emphasized and expressed his love for knowledge when he narrated when it was narrated by Anas bin Malik in Sunan ibn Majah that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim. He didn't specify on any gender there too. Now let's take another moment to think, but this time about which gender is more deprived of their education. We will see that it is female that are more deprived of education. Indeed, educated women were feared and distrusted as they could communicate potentially destructive and innovative ideas. But what people don't know is that women are able to change the society and the world at large. With their unconditional empathy, women are able to perform extraordinarily well in professions in the medical line. They are able to build connections with their patients and help them calm anxiety and improve the overall health of the patient. So therefore, educating women in line with this profession will bring a significant impact to the health sector. Additionally, women's contribution can help to reduce poverty rates. I use this in reference to a research case carried out by UNESCO, which states that every single year of primary school age, girls increase their wages later in life by up to 20%. An additional year of secondary school education, women can increase it by up to 25%, and when women increase their wages, women can reinvest back in their family by up to 90%. Women education also impacts us personally. It helps them from early child marriages and 18 months. Researchers from the World Bank examined 50 countries from the sub-Saharan Africa, and they found a strong relationship between education and child marriages. With every additional year of education, girls are prevented from getting to child marriages. Another research case carried out by USAID, which states that girls with basic education are generally more likely aware of safe sex. With a comprehensive sexual health curriculum, they are 3 times less likely to contract HIV or AIDS. It will also be said that women should have equal education as that of boys, as they are able to excel just like boys and even far beyond what boys can achieve. To address one, let's take Catherine Johnson as an example. She was a black mathematician and one of the first African-American NASA scientists. As a mathematician, she calculated and analyzed the research and analysis needed for the path of the flight of the spacecraft. She was best known for making the calculations for the first American to set foot in Earth on the moon. She was best known for making the calculations for the first American to enter the Earth's orbit and to set foot on the moon. Across the world, there are 129 million girls out of school, with 30 million in primary school age, 32 million in lower secondary school age, and a whopping 67 million at secondary school age. It's our responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, to take it upon ourselves to prevent that these numbers do not continue to rise. To conclude, I'd like to say that education is a fundamental human right that must not be deprived of any child. More so, there is nowhere in the Quran or the Sunnah that specific gender should have a greater level of education. But rather, the truth is quite literally, as we have seen. Additionally, now that the deprivation of girls' education is increasing at an alarming rate, we must endeavor and make sure that these numbers not continue to rise by giving our girls sound education as that of their male counterparts. Thank you.
Shiny presentation by Ar. That was the first presenter that greeted the moderator since morning, and I'll be holding mic. Others will only give the chairman, the panel of judges, the timekeeper. We left alone the moderator since, and I've been holding mic since. Can't greet me too. She's the first that greeted me, and I love that. Let me call the next speaker from Quratul Ayn, Onaopepo Aisha. Onaopepo Aisha. Let's hear her presentation.
Please, before we continue, I want to advise that an Islamic gathering like this is how we chant the word of Allahu Akbar when we see something that impressed us. It is better than having that is about our religion. Please, children, when you see something impressive, say Allahu Akbar. Don't clap again, please. Thank you very much.
Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Onaopepo Aisha from Quratul Ayn.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, African timekeeper, co-debaters, and my esteemed audience. Standing before you on this unshakable and statistical appearance of Onaopepo Aisha from Quratul Ayn model, I'm here today to support the motion which states Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. First of all, I would like to divide the term education. Education is the knowledge. The advancement of education is knowledge. And also, what is knowledge? Knowledge is the information or understanding you have in your mind. Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. Firstly, the only source of knowledge from Muslim is Quran and Hadith. Education is a divine obligation commanded by Allah. Preventing Muslim boys and girls from receiving education at the same level is preventing them from receiving the divine obligation commanded by Allah. Allah ordered in the Surah chapter 96 verse 1, which says, Iqra bismi rabbika allazi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who has created all that exists. Which Allah does not specify that only male or only female should be the ones who seek for knowledge, and does not put any discrepancy between both gender, which shows that Muslim boys and girls have the equal right to be exposed to the same level of education. Secondly, according to the prophetic tradition, the Prophet instructs and encourages Muslim men and women to seek for knowledge, I mean the Sahabas and the Sahabiyya, without any discrimination in type and level of education to acquire. Example of Sahabas like Abu Hurairah, Abdullah ibn Umar and other Sahabas. Example of Sahabiyya like Aisha radiallahu anha and Zainab bint Jahsh and other Sahabiyya. If it is true that education should not be exposed to the same level by both gender, there will be facts in the Quran and also in the hadith or Sunnah of the Prophet. And also, an hadith narrated by Anas bin Malik in Sunnah of Ibn Majah that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, seeking knowledge is an obligatory upon every Muslim. Thirdly, in fundamental human rights, equal right to education is enshrined in Nigerian 1999 Constitution. Which shows that Muslim boys and girls have fundamental rights to be exposed to the same level of education. And also, furthermore, an adage says, generally speaking, an adage says, what's good for the goose is also good for the gander. Most Muslim boys and girls have to be exposed to the same level of education. Also, Islamically, in medical field, the proper way is that Muslims should attend, girls should attend to girls, and females should attend to females, and males also should attend to male. But if Muslim boys and girls are not exposed to the same level of education, how do we achieve this?
That is why it is very important for Muslim boys and girls to be exposed to the same level of education because of the important role they play in the society. And also, it makes Muslim boys and girls to be more respectful. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, great keeper, and my esteemed modest. I know you won't deny this because the scholars and the teachers, the acquisition of knowledge is something that should be done actively by everyone. That is the reason why the scholars and teachers are being put in the highest esteem because of the knowledge they impact on others. So if Muslim boys and girls are exposed to the same level of education, they will be more respected in all-Islamic society. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, great keeper, and my distinguished ladies and gentlemen. In conclusion, there is no doubt that Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education because of the equal right they have. I'm bringing up Hadith and Quran as my facts because it's the Quran and Hadith. It is not revealed that only boys or only girls should be exposed to the same level of education, but they both have the equal right to be exposed to the same level of education. As we have seen, I hope Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, thank you for my esteemed audience. I hope you all agree with me that Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. If yes, with this point of mine, I think I'm able to convince you, not to convince you that Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. Thanks for listening.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Well done. Before I call on the last speaker from Ibadullah, after she has spoken, I'm going to give each speaker one minute each to present, to buttress what they have presented earlier, starting from Mansur again. So, let me call on the last speaker now, from Ibadullah, Salako Aliyah, to come and give us a presentation. Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education.
Mr. Chairman, respected judges, distinguished listeners, more than I, Salakwali, I hereby standing before you to support and propose the motion. This case, Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. I am a student of Ibadullahi Caliphate College, Ilobu, Osun State. Before I proceed, I would like to start by defining the education. Education is a process of acquiring knowledge and understanding. Despite the level of civilization, it's so surprised that some people still believe that education is in teaching and hygiene. No, I'm not a feminist, but when it comes to gender discrimination, I don't give room for it at all because we are all called before the law and face Almighty Allah. Education is a right and not a privilege that needs to enjoy by all, irrespective of age, gender, and most especially gender. Prophet Muhammad also came and read aberrant videos, free Islam, everything women and girls, every walk of life, and education being a prime aspect. It also three prime parts of the Quran, along with offering a short glimpse of two wide levels of education. Quran 96 verse 1 to 5 also command people to seek and acquire knowledge. The Quran passage says thus, read the name of your Lord who created. Read your Lord is the most generous. He taught man what he was to do. In buttressing my point, I like to make reference to Proverbs 2 wives, Khadija and Aisha. Khadija, her name was Khadija bint Khuwaylid. She was the first wife of the Prophet. She was a wealthy trader and the richest woman in Mecca at the time. To manage Allah's business, she employed several means, and to do so then in Arabia necessitated that someone is of high level of understanding and wisdom. And with all her weight, she was still submissive to her husband. And also, Aisha bint Abu Bakr. She was the youngest wife of the Prophet. She was talented and possessed an incredible memory. She was a great scholar. She had a great love for learning and teaching eminent scholars. Her history also substantiates that a woman can be a scholar, exert influence over women and provide them with inspiration and leadership. It's like Obama and as an example, before the first president of the United States, who was raised gradually by his mother. And if not for her mother, for his mother's level of education, what would have been the life of her children? Similarly, a great Islamic scholar who memorized 500,000 hadiths
through the help of his mother. Through the help of his mother when he was blind. Today, you can see women heading high position in the ministry, health sectors, aviation, and so on. Among them are Nkoje Yala. She served as Director General. She's an humanitarian activist. She as the first woman and African to serve as Director General in World Trade Organization. She has set a new standard for women in Africa and world as a whole. We have Obiageli Ezekwesi. She's an economic policy expert. She is an humanitarian activist. Among them are Moina Shagaya, Kolon Shwalakija, and Sadia tomorrow in Nigeria, who is the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. Hadith of the Prophet, one of the Hadith of the Prophet also command people to seek knowledge. The Hadith says those. Seeking knowledge is mandatory for every Muslim. For every Muslim, either males or female. The Hadith in fact that education is not a right but a responsibility on every Muslim, without making distinction between men and women or boys or girls. With all my points, I think I've been able to convince you all and not to confuse you that Muslim boys and girls should be exposed to the same level of education. I still retain my name. Thank you for listening.
Judges, do you have something to say while you continue? By giving them one each.
Let us say, Allahu Akbar. Takbir. There's only Allah that can know. Alright. Human beings. It's very difficult to arrive at a particular mark for the participant. That is why I want to give you 1 minute each. There are a lot of clashes over here. But let me say this before I hand over my microphone to the moderator. Whoever that is lucky to emerge, that is how Allah has made it. Don't see yourself as the best. And I swear before Allah that whatever we do here today, there is no any prejudice or jaundice. We are doing it based on our ability. Some people will sing. It will sound well in the ear of others. While some will look at that song with irritation. That is, it will irritate the mind of others. So as a result of that, I need to tell you that all the 7 participants here, you need special accolades. Let's say Allahu Akbar for them. I want government to be in this kind, to see the effort of the teachers. Because sometimes I always hear blaming the teachers. That is what I hear from government or some government officials. They have never seen the merit of the teachers, of the schools. But if they are lucky to be here today, they will see how these students, how they are performing, how they are speaking. It shows that the proprietor, the proprietors, the teachers, the school systems, they are doing well. They are really performing. Because you remember the before day you were brought to Molek. Molek, so some of you, it was very difficult for you to speak, to just say hello. You don't know how to respond. But today you are here, you speak. You speak from 19 to dozen. It shows that you have improved. And that improvement is possible as a result of school. And likewise other schools that all of you have come to represent. I don't want to talk too much, but I just want you to know that whatever judgment we'll make here, just to show that that is our ability, and there's no any kind of prejudice, like I said. Please take it like that. But you have to know, unless you don't listen far away, unless you don't know how to speak. I'm sorry, let me teach you one thing. I like to talk very well. I don't know how to say, I don't speak. You know, people that speak, they emphasize the actual word that they want to send to the public. And by the time we make our judgment here today, you will know that we really listen to them and we are making very good judgment. Thank you. God bless.
Allahu Akbar, Jazakumullah khairan, sir. For Kelani Rokiba for Al-Masab, and please. Keeper. Are you ready? It's just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Kelani Rokiba, Amen.
The assistant protocol, I am Kelani Rokiba from Musulumi once again. First, when the female takes a larger portion in the male-female population ratio, added to the number of children in their care, then you understand better the need not to restrict the education of female to any level. Prophet Muhammad also said that who seek knowledge, therein Allah will also provide path for you for that person in paradise. In addition, Maryam Ajiliya is who her father studies to an astronomical work as an apprentice to an astronomical marker. He studied complex mathematical calculation. This allows to teach the woman that the education of females should not be restricted to a particular level. Thanks.
Allahu Akbar. 1 minute. Abdullah from Alao. He was
Separate education can promote an healthy competition and cater to the diverse of needs and interests of boys and girls by eliminating gender comparison. Students can focus on their individual growth and development. This approach allows for them to focus on subjects like and fit. Focus on subjects without being influenced by gender stereotypes. It encourages them to pursue their passion and talent freely, leading to a more well-rounded education. Also, separate education provides support for unique challenges faced by each gender. For instance, girls may require specific attention.
Thank you. It's just a minute. Allahu Akbar. So this we hear from Onaopepo.
All protocols are duly observed. In addition to what I've said earlier, Muslim girls should not be exposed to the same level of education in order to protect and preserve the womanly spirit in them. The Quran and Sunnah presumes women to be the women of virtues. They are oppressed. Men are encouraged to help them resist. A class like club will make a girl to utterly feelings of shame, of selflessness, and respect. Think of a woman speaking on the feet of a force just to win an argument against man. With the point I have raised, I believe you will agree with me that Muslim girls should not be exposed to the same level of education.
Allahu Akbar. Abdul Hafiz Malik is Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education.
May I use young to call all Muslim scholars, Muslim parents, and Islamic organizations, please rally around our Muslim local and international. We expose them to the same level of education with their boys' counterparts. My power chairman and the entire listeners. If we want to powerful chairman and the entire listeners. I hope I'm strong if you always know that there's no something instead of
Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Safia Mansur from Molek. 1 minute.
Greetings. I strongly believe that education is a fundamental human right, and those who disapprove of education are not speaking from a sound religious perspective, but rather a limited and an extreme political view that nowhere represents the position of Islam and Muslims themselves. With that being said, I strongly believe that Muslim females and males should be exposed to the same level of education.
Allahu Akbar. Olapade Aisha from Quratul Ayn.
Greetings to everyone. Once again, my name is Alapane Aisha. Muslim girls should be exposed to the same level of education because they should not be discriminated. Because I would like to quickly look at the life of the Prophet. The Prophet lived only was living only knowledge, and he who follows the text and about that portion, which shows that is very important and should be exposed to gender. And also, and this read by Anas bin Malik of Ibn Mujah said, seeking knowledge is an obligatory upon every Muslim. And also, knowledge is very important. Ethical scholars and teachers who impart knowledge on others, they are being respected in all Islamic society, which shows that knowledge is very important and brings an importance to us in society. And also, knowledge is in 1999 Constitution, the fundamental right, the right to education. Both gender has to education, they have the right to be educated at the same level. And also, education is very important and should be exposed to both gender. Thank you.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Salakolia from Ibadullah. 1 minute.
Quran 38, verse 29, when Allah says, this is a book, that is Al-Quran, which we have sent down to you full of blessing, that men of understanding may remember. Men mentioned in this verse does addresses mankind as it does so in several places of Quran when Allah addresses humanity. The Quran verse surpasses any statement or action that denies girls' right to education. In conclusion, I will urge the populace to
stop the discrimination and hypocrisy against feminine gender, and educate a nation and educate a nation regardless of gender. There are still potential in our women and girls that in childbearing and kitchen. I still retain my name, sir. Thank you.
It's not easy for students to come and face crowd like this and give points as they like. The grand final for this competition will be coming on the third day of the year this year. Third day after Ileya. So that's when the grand final will be. The organizers are going to communicate through your teachers the venue and where it's going to take place. So, don't be pressed. Why the judges are on calculations? I think the result will be read out today. Okay. Why judges are on calculations? Don't be depressed. Each participant is going to have their certificate for participating, and also I think there's a gift for them for participating in this. Muslim girls and boys should be exposed to the same level of education. The proprietor in our midst here, person of Anam Yusuf, I want to about the mic to you. Probably has something to say about the competition. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
We thank Almighty Allah. We seek the blessing of Allah upon the soul of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I appreciate my homie. He has always been my mentor. My area there, I used to be proud of her. Most of the day I came here, I have been moving to the Sugar. May Almighty Allah continue to bless. And likewise, our Sheikh, may God continue to bless you too. Again, the coordinator or the organizer of this program. Now, in my environment there, I used to tell my students, I congratulate all of you. You know the reason why I'm congratulating you? The aim of primary school is simple literacy and numeracy. But when you get to secondary school, you are applying what you have learned in nursery, primary school to your physical life. Apart from your certificate, you need 2 skills to survive in life. At times, once you graduate from your school, you may not need that your certificate again to survive in life, but you need 2 things. You need oratory skill and writing skill. You need these 2 skills to survive beyond your classroom. What I enjoy most in my life and what has been fetching me joy and success is my ability to speak and convince public. With that, I was made an imam. I deliver Makhba, Ida and Fitri, and it's always in English. It is an environment I should tell some of our students, please do everything it takes you, because you may not remain in Southwest. If you go to the North, some of you are very good, but to defend yourself in public in a general language, you cannot. Then you are denying yourself the general understanding of the public. Barack Obama, he became what he became because he was an oratory speaker. Before he emerged, he has spoken very many occasions, and people loved the way he spoke. Somebody mentioned Aisha Lemu. Aisha Lemu was a Christian who accepted Islam in the university. You know the worst? She developed herself in writing and oratory skills to the extent that she understood Islam. And in Nigeria, she was the pioneer of Federation of Muslim Women in Nigeria. A majority of the Arabic and Islamic Muslims studies textbook in Nigeria is being authored by Aisha. And we have different Aisha Muslim figure among you. And it also states that one day, I think, one minister of, sorry for taking little time around now, one minister of health in this state, I don't want to mention, we are not in a political arena, a governor was listening to ordinary doctors speaking to those that were going to Hajj then. Then he loved the way this doctor spoke. Then he called for the doctor and made that doctor minister of health in this also state. And likewise, writing skills. Please, the organizer of this program, I want to please indulge you to include writing skills. Or they have, give them paper. Let them write. It's there. Congratulations. Congratulations. Please, it's not only your YX certificate. We have a lot of people. I think we need to have much on that. Please, let's, by the grace of God, I think mommy has been our mother. Please, you are really trying for these children. Poetry skill, writing skill, you really need it. Even more than your certificates. Though your certificates are very important, and the Almighty Allah assists each and every one of us. Thank you.
The result is ready. Result is ready, sir? Okay. Let's listen to the result from the... Mommy is going to do the closing remark. Mommy is going to do the closing remark. Let's listen to the result from the Chief Judge.
Thank you. God bless. Like how we have been corrected. Let's say Allahu Akbar. Let's sound it again, please. Now let's say it for the third time. That is very wonderful. Well, at the end of the whole thing, I said the other time that all the participants actually did well. I encourage you to continue on that pedestrian. It's a very good one. I will first read the percentage of the percent that each school got. Let me start from Mansur. The total is 105. Whatever you are able to get over 105, which means that we have additional mark of that 1 minute. Mansur got 81.5. 81.5. Anor got 68.5. Onaopepo 85.25. Ar-Rahman 73. Molek 84. Ibadullah 76.67. And Quratul Ayn, you got 77.5. I hope I have read that, and now the 3 schools that are going to be picked I will start from the third position. Mansur got third position in today's program. The second school is Molek, got second position. While Onaopepo got first position. Like I said the other time, the others, just make sure you continue. Your time is also coming. Thank you and God bless you.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Okay. I have something to say, but I want to hand over the mic to the chairman, Abu Sururo, chairman Amis Ede. He wants to comment on.
Bismillah. Because of my I just want to draw our attention to the Chief Judge mentioned that. I want to emphasize that when it comes to competition like this, there's this popular saying, Olympic